The night of the party started like any ordinary evening, but for me, it became one of the bitterest lessons of my life. The hall was glowing with colorful lights, the music was loud, and people were busy laughing and enjoying themselves. I entered with my wife, feeling happy that maybe we would finally spend some quality time together. But within moments, my eyes caught a scene that changed everything. She was laughing in a way that felt too close, too personal, with another man. At first, I tried to convince myself that I was overthinking, that it was just normal conversation. But as time passed, the distance between them grew smaller, and the doubt inside my heart grew stronger. I stood in a corner, watching everything silently. She lightly touched his arm, leaned closer to whisper something in his ear, and they would burst into laughter. In that moment, I felt less like her husband and more like a stranger. I wanted to walk over, grab him by the collar, shout, and demand answers. But something inside me broke and chose silence instead. I realized that if I reacted emotionally, I might end up looking like the wrong one. So I decided to do something she would never expect. I calmly walked toward them, smiled, and shook the man's hand. In a steady voice, I introduced myself. I'm her husband. For a brief second, he froze. The surprise in his eyes was obvious. My wife's face turned pale, as if all the joy had suddenly drained away. I didn't create a scene. Instead, I asked for the music to be stopped and took the microphone. The hall fell silent, and all eyes turned toward me. I took a slow breath and looked around the hall, feeling every pair of eyes fixed on me. Yet for the first time that night, I did not feel weak. The microphone was steady in my hand, and when I began to speak, my voice carried a calm strength that even I had not expected. Trust, I said, pausing briefly, is the foundation of every relationship. Without it, love becomes fragile, and respect slowly fades. The music had stopped completely, and the silence in the room felt heavier than any noise before it. I didn't raise my voice, nor did I accuse anyone directly, but my eyes remained on her, making it clear who my words were meant for. We often think betrayal is something dramatic. I continued, something loud and obvious, but sometimes it begins in small moments, in careless laughter, in unnecessary closeness, in forgetting who is standing beside you. I could see her expression change. The confidence she once carried was gone, replaced with unease. Marriage is not about controlling each other, I said calmly. It is about choosing each other, again and again, even when attention from others feels exciting. Because attention is temporary, but commitment is a responsibility. A few people shifted uncomfortably, understanding the meaning behind my words. The real pain, I added, is not just what happens in front of others, but the realization that the person you trusted most may not value the bond the same way you do. My tone remained steady, not bitter, not loud, just clear. Respect is not demanded through anger. It is maintained through actions. And when those actions begin to cross boundaries, silence sometimes becomes the strongest response. I wasn't there to create humiliation or drama. I was there to reclaim my dignity. Some think strength is shouting or fighting, I continued. But true strength is walking away with self-control, knowing you did not lose yourself in the process. I looked at her one last time before finishing, because at the end of the day, love without loyalty is just an illusion, and trust, once cracked, never returns in exactly the same form. When I gently lowered the microphone, the room remained silent, but inside me, something had become clear. I had chosen respect over rage, and sometimes that choice speaks louder than any revenge ever could.